Beautiful people, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Sunday Sessions with Rich podcast. If you're new to the show, welcome. Episodes are dropped every single Sunday. You can find me on YouTube. I was going to say Apple TV for some reason. Wow, Apple.
Dude, who knows?
And
Maybe that was
you,
a
you right,
a heads up.
you right. Apple TV. Fuck you mean? And Spotify. On today's episode, guys, we have a friend of the show at this point. I feel like Jasmine's been on like 30 different episodes. But Jasmine, welcome back to the show.
Hello. It's so good to be back. I always feel like whenever we do these, like it feels like such a long time, but like in reality it's not. But I think it's like
Um,
just so much goes on in our lives in between time.
and it's so dope too, because like I feel like every time we do catch back up, it's like another milestone in a
Yeah.
short span of time.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, I'm
Guys,
super hyped.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm super hyped to talk about like the techniques that I've been utilizing lately that has just like completely elevated my reality.
Yes. Guys, this is a bit of a hungover episode. So me and Jasmine was chatting before we hit record, and I just turned 30 last year, and I can't drink like I used to. I only had 2 cups of wine, and I woke up hungover as fuck. And it's not the most enjoyable experience. I feel like as you get in your 30s, it takes you even longer to recuperate. I shouldn't be on a couch at 2:43, still struggling.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But Jasmine, you mentioned something interesting because, and I didn't even think about this shit. You was mentioning how
Yeah.
you rescripted your day after it already happened, so that when you do wake up, you're not hungover. And when you express it, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Please talk to us about this.
Yo, so I've been the past few months, like since I want to say like since mid-May, I've been so into Neville Goddard and I always fucked with him.
Ooh,
And I feel like especially like with Abraham Hicks teachings and just like raising your vibration,
yeah.
I feel like and everyone does this naturally, just like, like you're just daydreaming about something and like, you're just like or like if you have a crush on someone, like you're just gonna daydream about them, it's like cute little dates
Mhm.
and stuff, or your vacation, like you're already dreaming about like how your day's gonna go, what you're gonna see.
Damn,
So it's like we do this naturally. And what I
crazy.
love about Neville Goddard's teaching is like, bro, there's a whole new level you can access that's directly gonna impact your reality and how you interact with your reality. And I
Whoa.
love that it also combines like Bashar's teachings about multiple dimensions and shifting different timelines and making those quantum leaps. And I feel like I'm finally like understanding like how to combine everything into like one useful technique that works for me. And so part of that, I was talking to Rich about this before we started. So one of my favorite techniques right now is called revision. And so basically what revision is, there's so many uses for it. And I have to admit, when I first heard about this, I kind of like when I would read it through the books and stuff, like honestly, I kind of like skimmed over it because I guess part of me was like, why would I need to revise my past? Like
Damn,
I'm always in
is this on the
Mhm.
power of awareness?
Power of Awareness, and he mentions it in quite a few books. Like it's kind of like his
Um,
thing. And I didn't realize it before, but like he was pretty much saying that like Neville was saying that this is pretty much like the key technique. Like I think at one point he was like, if I could leave you guys with anything, it would be revision. And for me, I was just like, yo, like, why would I need to change my past? Like, and I guess I was more in the mindset, like, dude, I'm always living in the present moment. Like, whatever happened in the past, like, clearly served
yeah.
us in some way. Like, there's nothing to regret. But what he really means by it, bro, like, dude, like, in the perception of and the perspective that multiple dimensions and multiple realities exist, I fully get it now. So you can literally revise your past to the point where all of like any bad memory you have, any bad experience pretty much never happened. Like you're quantum leaping
What?
into this version of you where none of that shit ever happened. So yeah, dude. So like, and I've been using it, like I'm slowly kind of digging into my past because I feel like I did like a lot of healing and stuff like that. Like I removed a lot of heavy resistance. Especially topics related to like family, relationships, like trauma.
Yeah.
Um, and now I'm like with revision, so I've been like literally going back and completely revising specific memories and scenarios and making it like the complete opposite. Like it was so enjoyable. Like I never went through the shit I went through. And I'm like, because when you think about it, when you're my bad, he's calling right now. You right? Yeah.
Let's go. Called it.
Dude. Dude. Yo, okay. I'll tell about this revision too.
Come on.
So,
And this is real
dude, I can't
time. This
believe
is real fucking time.
this is a real time manifestation. Okay, so I think the last time we spoke, yeah, I was like in Costa Rica doing my retreat thing, teaching yoga and meditation. Um, and then that kind of like fell through because I realized I just had so much clarity about like the type of place I want to live in and stuff like that. So I come back to New York and damn, like I owed taxes, ran up credit card debt, um, and I have so many plans for next year and for this year. Like I want to go on the Abraham Hicks cruise. I want to spend my winter in Thailand. Yo, I'm gonna get
The
a custom
winter in
rollie.
Thailand?
Yes,
Did you hear that, guy? There's a
yes, dude.
subtle flex.
Yeah. Yeah, I just would like rent out a space and just like backpack
Yeah.
through Asia. But and I was so steady in that belief, even with the debt. So, and like I fully trusted, like in those moments, I'm like, all right, universe, like clearly I'm having these major fulfilling desires. So something's gonna happen. Like clearly it's gonna work out for this to happen. So I let go because I let my complete trust in the universe. Like I don't give a fuck when the government gets their tax payment. I don't give a
Don't
fuck
give a
when the credit
fuck.
card company, like it's all gonna come through anyway. And it's like I the interest is nothing. Come on, like in the grand scheme of things. Like
Yeah.
if abundance is gonna be rolling in, who gives a fuck?
Oh, come on.
So that helped me to completely let go of like any worries. Like that was the last thing I was thinking about. So I come back to New York and I'm like, okay, like I just set up my routine and I'm like, all right, these traveling deadlines are kind of coming up. Like, what's up, universe? Like, what's gonna
What's
happen?
up?
Bro, this recruiter on LinkedIn hits me up
Yo.
and like he was giving me a few positions to work through and stuff like that, and to interview with. And then his boss came out of came out of nowhere, took a real interest in me, and he was just like, I think I know a company that's going to be a really good fit for you. And I was like, all right, bet. He sets me up. Like my first interview was like with the chief operating officer. Like I've never had a first interview with like an executive. The fuck?
Yeah.
So I was like, this is interesting. So, and I got a really good vibe from him. So the first thing I did, I scripted, all right, if I'm going to do a 9 to 5 again, like this has to change. Like I am
Yeah.
not going through that same bullshit I went through before. So I scripted my perfect position right now. No limitations. I want a cool ass manager, boss, team, like cool as fuck. I want people that always put family and their own lives first before work. Like they're not nerds about the actual job. Like no one's gonna be emailing me at like 6 p.m., you know?
Yeah.
Uh Super relaxed company. Yeah, like I want it to be so chill. Dude, by my third interview, like I was literally tearing up because these people were saying exactly what was in
Whoa.
my script, bro. They were
Whoa.
like, if you got to pick up your kid, go. Like, we're not going to ask any questions. We're fully remote. People are all over the world traveling and still doing their thing. And they were like, hey, like, as long as you get the work done, we don't give a shit, basically.
Come on.
And I was just like, dude, are you serious right now? The best part, bro, again, no logic. I scripted my perfect position. And I love, all right, if I'm going to be in this consulting role, I love training people. So I was just like, you know what? Like, I want to do consulting and training. I am now hired and just got off the phone for my offer to be a consultant training specialist. And they literally made up the role for me, bro. This was all in a week's time span, by the way. I had my and this is the highest salary I've had yet. They went up 10K from what I asked for.
God,
What, bro?
you
So,
can you
and a
continue to
big,
impress
let me go
me.
back,
God damn.
dude, let me go back to the revision because I think this is what really helped. So because I had previous momentum about like my ideas about a 9 to 5, I was so against it. And I always just assumed like, all right, my 9 to 5 means like my freedom is instantly
Yeah.
gonna go away. Like I'm not gonna have time freedom anymore. And I was like, you know what? Let me completely revise that. What if
Mm,
this whole time, I had lived in a world and reality where no matter what job I was doing, I always had fun. I always had time for everything that I wanted to do too.
yeah.
And my job was cool as fuck. So I literally went back and revised like all of those memories I've had of like boring ass meetings, being stressed out. I completely revised it to the opposite. So, and it's getting to so with revision,
Fuck.
you take any memory or scenario, um, and all right, like what would have been the best possible outcome in that moment? And again, limitless. Like if someone was hella mean to you or talking down to you, even if their tone of voice was rude and you didn't like it, revise that shit and make it like the best experience you've ever had. Like they were hella friendly to you, everything went your way, you left the encounter so happy. And keep repeating it in your mind to the point where if you do think back on it, like this revision is now your new memory. And I know for like this might sound like, wait, like so you're just being delusional completely with
Yes.
your
Yes,
life.
you are.
But like exactly. And it's like, what are memories anyway? We all have memory, like every memory is basically what we perceived to be to what really happened. But again,
Yeah.
that's from our own perspective. Someone else could have that same memory from their point of view. And what if they had a great ass time and you're here struggling? So it's like if you're gonna look back on a memory and feel negative, like why not revise that shit and feel good about it? Like honestly, what
Yeah.
difference is it gonna make in your mind?
Damn. And then if you think
From your
about it
mind,
too,
yeah.
add into that, because like if you always complaining in your head and replaying, like me for example, I was literally doing this morning. I am guilty. I was replaying a situation that annoyed the hell out of me, and if I just did that instead of like, you know what, actually no, that person was actually kind. You know,
Yeah.
God damn it, Jasmine. Ah.
And so I think because so I revised before like and I've been doing revisions like for every aspect of my life. So now basically if most of my memories now that I've kept revising are all positive ass experiences of working.
Damn.
And it's no wonder this perfect job now entered my reality. Like I wouldn't appreciate this job if it wasn't like for my revisions, honestly, and my scripting.
Because you, well, shit, I have to rethink this statement now because I
Mhm.
don't want to say that anymore. Because we talked before about you. I need to be careful what I'm saying. Well, fuck
No,
it.
no, no,
It
go
ain't gonna
go for it.
stick. We was talking about just we don't want to do 9 to 5 shit. I don't want to
Mhm.
do what I don't want to do. It annoys me. And then now, poof.
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
And I think, and honestly, I'm in the same boat. And I think that's the beauty of the spiritual evolution. It's like, why not allow ourselves to change and kind of change our perspective about things? So
Yeah.
it's like, dude, I was so against the 9 to 5. But when I think about it, it's like, well, first of all, like you could always manifest. Why not make it the best possible situation? Like
That's
if
so
you have to go
true.
down that route, or it's like the most logical thing to do, because like at the end of the day, we do need money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of my perspective. Like I have to like I'm excited because I literally just created a new role. Like
Yo,
what the fuck?
yes. Yes.
But I have to admit at this point I am even more excited that this is the perfect thing to fall into my lap to make all of my other true desires come true. I get to work remote and travel now, bro, and I'm gonna get my rollie, my custom rollie from all this extra money. Like
God
so
damn.
cool.
And the fact, hey, and the biggest flex out of all this shit is the road didn't even exist. The road didn't even
I
exist. What?
Dude, and that's the yo with any manifestation and imagination, this is why you have to let go of the logic. If I talked to anyone else about this in my life, they would have been like, "Oh, like you have to go through it's gonna be a long process, like you just have to accept whatever they offer." I was like, dude, like you can have whatever you want. The logic does not matter.
Oh my
They
God.
they're not even they weren't even hiring right now. There was no opening. Like,
And they give you an extra 10K. What do you mean?
what, dude?
Damn.
Like,
Hey, this might be one of your most impressive ones, honestly. God damn. We gotta score keep the manifestations at this point.
yeah, for real.
But
But I
it's
wanted
so
to say,
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
because I think before I got this call, that's so cool too. I got this call like right in the middle of this podcast.
Love it.
Um,
Real time manifestation, bro.
yeah. And so like that's the beauty of a revision that I'm seeing. So it's like not only can I completely revise my past, I'm literally recreating my life's experience. But then like the awesome thing about revision is like you can do this for anything. So it's like what I was saying before. I think a couple of days ago, I only had 2 drinks as well. But
Uh,
because I've been mostly sober this whole year, like those 2 drinks took me out, bro. I didn't eat
yeah.
anything, didn't drink enough water, and I had a meeting early in the morning. So right before I slept, I was like, I revised my night. So I was like, all right, instead of me out partying all night, which is awesome. Like I don't necessarily want to change that, but in terms of my
I don't want to
body
change that.
feeling good, yeah, I was like, all right, let me revise this. So like I imagined myself that night instead. Again, this was only a few hours beforehand. So I was like, all right, a few hours ago, instead of partying and drinking, all right, I was meditating, I was doing yoga, I was cozying my bed, reading a book, and I fell asleep early. And I
Whoa.
kept replaying that, imagining it, and like really making it as real as possible for myself. And when I woke up, that was the first thing I did again. I imagined what I did the night before. I woke up totally fine, bro. Like, if anything, a little bit more energized than I usually
No
was.
way.
Had the meeting, but then as soon as the meeting was done, like I just took a nap. So like,
Hey, I've been appreciated naps recently. I was anti-naps, but I
you
love
were?
naps. I
What, bro? How are you anti-nap?
Cause I'd hate it because I feel like I was missing out on like that time. Like if I'm asleep for like 4 hours, it's like 4 hours I could have been like doing something. But then my
Okay.
body's just been like, no, motherfucker, you need to rest. So I've been
Yeah.
enjoying my couch naps. I love a nice couch nap.
Dude, couch jobs are the best. Yo, those hit extra hard.
They do.
You got the pillow
And it's
in
it's
front
the
of the
best.
TV.
It's the best one when you're not even trying to go to sleep. Like your body just like, let's take a time out right now.
Yeah. Night night.
Night night. We going to sleep. But no, I was always anti-naps. Like catch me when I go to sleep. But even like recently, I don't know if anybody can relate that's listening right now. I've been like super tired and like I'll get a good amount of sleep, but like I've just been extremely like drained recently.
Yeah, same
If I could
here.
sleep all day, I would. I personally would.
What do you think it is? Because like
I
I've been
don't
feeling that too. You think like it's
know.
something in the collective?
I feel like it has to be because I've been because like if like I didn't get enough sleep or I might have been eating too much of this or drinking too much of that, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. But it's like no, I'm genuinely tired. Like I would just love to chill on the couch. To be honest,
Yeah.
got to be something.
Have you been having have you been having like more vivid dreams too?
I have not as much because I'll smoke before bed, so that'll
Mhm.
block me from remembering. So I am. Oh my gosh, they're laughing at me because every time we record, I'm supposed to take that break and I don't take that break.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, no, but the ones I do remember, it's just because it's just a lot. It's like, yeah, dreams, yeah, we know that they feel real, but like lately it's been like as if it's like if me and you were chatting right now, like that vivid, like I couldn't tell the
Yeah.
difference. I wonder what that's about.
Yeah. And I do try to pay attention to like messages in my dreams. Like I will
Hmm.
like I really appreciate when they are so vivid because it's like I clearly remember stuff.
Yeah.
And then like I instantly just like Google like dream interpretation. So it's like I had a dream the other day. I was at a basketball game, but I had like courtside seats, which was
Come
awesome. But I was
on.
hanging out like
What
with
in New
this
York?
random group of I had it felt
What
like
team was it?
Las Vegas because it was this like weird
Probably
mall
a
town.
WNBA game, maybe.
Oh, maybe. I could have sworn I saw Lance Stevenson, which is like the most random
Yo,
player I could think of.
the fuck? Hey, this is gonna
Yeah,
happen. Oh my God.
yeah. And in the dream, like I was just like stealing Korean money from this Korean girl. Because like I guess in my dreams she was just like hella rich but like super drunk. So I guess like dream me was like she wouldn't even notice. But it's
Yeah.
like I would never do that in real life. So I was like, I have to look this up. Like,
What does this be?
yeah. But dude, I love naps though, because and I feel like I learned this early on, just in terms of like, all right, if we kind of take a step back, like a bird's eye view,
Hmm.
those like hella exciting moments in our lives where it's like let's say like you're about to travel, like, or you're just gonna be hella busy where it's like you don't even have the option to take naps.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever we go through those, like, I don't want to say lazy, because honestly, I think even all types of rest are hella productive. That's probably when
Yeah.
you're the most productive, honestly, just feeling good and relaxing.
Yeah.
Um, but I kind of take it like whenever I notice like my body is getting a little bit more sluggish or like I just want to be in bed all day, I will take every single opportunity because I'm like, whoa, like, what if this is my body preparing, knowing that my life is about to be super exciting or hectic soon? And this is kind of like the rest period I can take right now.
What
So
the
that's why it's like
fuck?
I never feel guilty about that.
Damn, that's a nice perspective though.
Mhm. Yeah, it's kind of like you're recharging because our bodies know the future.
Damn.
Like our bodies know what's gonna happen.
I've never thought about it from that perspective. That's wild.
Yeah. So never, dude, anytime you feel sleepy, bro, close your eyes and take those chances because you never know when the next time you'll get to do that.
That's so true though. Ah, damn. I gotta sit on that one.
Yeah.
That's heavy. That's heavy. I saw something like yeah, we know like dreams are messages, but I don't think we really like fully grasp not even like the importance of it, like I guess just like the non-coincidence of it. Like if we're remembering something before we wake, that's a message or something that we were supposed to pay attention to, and we shouldn't take that lightly. I'm realizing
Yeah. Yeah, because out of everything we can remember, it's like, yo, why is our brain and subconscious choosing this dream
this
specifically? Like, I don't think
random,
it's a coincidence either.
yeah, like what's it to it? I don't know. I've been really playing. So, oh, I was about to say a past memory that's not my reality anymore. So I'm gonna catch. I've
A
been
pre-revised memory.
pre-revised memory. I gotta play around with this. It's gonna be fun. I've been playing around with my reality a bit more in terms
Ooh.
of like just the presentness and the groundedness. Like if I catch myself about to complain about something, I'll just immediately just switch. But it's like, okay, like for example, I don't like commuting downtown in the morning. It's just a long
Mhm.
process, and I would rather use that time sleeping before work,
Yeah.
preferably. But however, then I'll say, but damn, I get to sit on this river before I start and to see this amazing view and just be present and be by water. That's so cool. So I'll start and I'll completely just do a rampage of okay, but then I get to scoot if I want to, or I can grab some tacos, up the thing. And then you start like, ooh, okay, this actually isn't too bad. But playing around with that in the most detailed way whenever you're about to complain about something, and just being like, but look at all the amazing things that are in my life right now. Like, why the hell am I complaining? The fact that I'm even complaining about this situation is me in the reality that I wished for all that time ago.
Hmm.
I'm like, you
Yeah.
gotta like fully go into it.
Yeah. I think it's so easy to see like the complaining aspect of it, especially like, bro, like anything that disrupts sleep too, it's like, yo, fuck this shit. But
I want my sleep.
yeah. I
But
think that's such a great way to be present too. It's just like taking that time to appreciate everything around you in the moment.
Yes, be here now. Like I'll every time because I know you have that tatted. I know you have a tatted, and I'm like, because I'll see you. It'll pop in my head randomly, and then I'll be like, okay, no, I need to be in this moment. And it's so weird. I'll be washing the dishes, and it just flash across my head like, be here now. And I'm like, okay, let me be present washing the dishes. Let me not be on
Yeah.
autopilot thinking about the next thing I'm going to do, and the next thing, and the next thing. Because you never, cause I catch myself sometimes like you haven't been present at all today. Like you've been on completely go mode,
Hmm.
and this is why the day goes.
And I love what Eckhart Tolle said. It's like as soon as you're aware that you're not being present, you are. So like that's all you got to do is just
It's
like
I.
spot that moment. Yeah.
It's so simple. Yo, have you seen? Okay, have you seen the government admitting they have alien stuff and alien bodies?
Someone was talking to me about it last night. So I think like the only thing I know about it is that this woman spoke about her testimony of it. And then
Yes,
people were just like asking if they believe in aliens. I was like, fuck yeah. Like who doesn't?
because I was like,
But
damn.
tell me about it.
So they had a hearing this week, and a few I saw a clip, a few people just talking about having the bodies, the spaceships have come in contact. And I'm like, damn, y'all finally like outwardly saying that. But then, because I mean, it's no coincidence with everything. Um, I, I I have to check this, but I believe it was the same day Hunter Biden had his trial. I have to
Mhm.
fact check this. Um, but I was like, damn, if not, one, not a lot of people are talking about it, and two, it really I wonder what it does for those who believe in religion, because if you're going based off what your religion says, this is like,
Yeah.
but wait, maybe that's what's needed for them. No, I mean, not saying it's a bad thing, but just I guess a group of whatever. This is probably sounding worded so poorly. Sorry, whoever's listening.
No,
The
no, you're good. I'm following.
the the out the outlandishness of it, that damn, there's another species out there, makes you wakes you in a different way because it questions everything you've known. So
Yes.
then that's what you needed. Ah, damn, this shit is really deep.
Yeah. That's what I wonder too. Like, cause so it's like my family's Muslim. I remember having like my mom's super educated. Like she studied biology. And I remember we were just having like this random conversation about like how because I was telling her, oh, there's evidence that the Sphinx in Egypt is actually like millions of years old, which is wild to think about.
I can't even
Because
imagine that.
yeah, because there's evidence at the foot of the Sphinx. There's like fossilized like seashells and stuff like that. So that means it was underwater at some point. But
Damn.
the Egyptian government is holding back on those types of research because like it is a Muslim primary, like there's a lot of Christians too, but you know, confirming certain facts will completely go against what's written in the Quran or the Bible. And I don't think people are ready to hear that.
But
But that
okay,
is it.
let's play around with that thought though. What what you've known your entire life is completely shattered, and it's like, well, what do I go to? But then I feel like at some point you're like, oh wow, I need to go within. So I
Mm,
can't everything else. If this belief I have held my entire life isn't true, then what's true? What can
yeah,
I trust? What else is
yeah.
not, then you have to go inward.
Ooh, did you ever have, what was that moment? Did you ever have that moment in your life? And I'm sure you have, but I'm trying to think of like when my world was kind of shattered in that way
Uh,
to make me go within.
well, shit. It was two pivotal moments in my life. One was a relationship, past relationship that sparked the like idea of like, wow, okay, this is this shit is not what I thought it was. And
Hmm.
then watching The Secret, I just remember sitting in my mom's living room. I would never forget this.
Oh,
I was sitting in front of the TV, and so somebody, a old friend of mine, told me to watch The Secret, and I finally did it. And I just remember, like, it was I saw this vision in my head of my mind completely. It's like, and then it just hit me. I'm like, damn, I create this shit. And I just woke up. I'm like, oh, okay, 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 okay.
yeah.
It's like, because guys, it's you're not the victim of reality. Reality isn't happening to you. You're scripting it. Yeah, there are other
Yeah.
components um that exist within, but you control how you react. You can control what's next. You can control your perspective on it. So if somebody's rude to you, you can say, you can use it as a moment to be like, you know what? People are actually pretty nice to me. Because maybe that person being rude to you was just for that contrast for you to then be like, you know what? Oh, that wasn't really, I didn't really like that. I want to experience nice.
Yeah.
So it's like if you, it's like the game of life, man.
Yeah. And honestly, like it really does take a lot of accountability. Like when you view the world of so like if everything is just a mirror of your own vibration and your own thoughts, like and shit isn't going your way, like that takes a lot of accountability to look like the first because if something doesn't go my way or is unpleasant or I'm experiencing contrast, the first thing I ask is like, fuck, like what in my vibration attracted this? Like, what do
Yeah,
I gotta clean up here? Or like what core belief do I have that I can like revise now?
because it's not happening to you randomly. Like, and then some people are
Yeah.
challenged, be like, but I didn't ask for that to happen. I wasn't thinking it. Everything is a collection of a vibration. So it could be a thought, it could
Yeah.
be something that you observed, something you read, and yeah, it just so happened to manifest.
Yeah. And dude, it's so surprising, like when you really take that time to like reflect.
Yes.
Like I am to this day, I am continually surprised of like a core belief I have about a certain topic that I honestly never knew I thought about.
Whoa.
So, and one thing I've been doing, like especially with manifesting, is I'll just like if a manifestation is kind of going a little bit slow or it's like I'm not really seeing movement on it. Now
Mhm.
what I ask myself is like, all right, what do I think is holding this manifestation back? And
Oh,
I'll instantly have a list of things. And I'm like, there you go, bro. Like I literally just
wow.
made up a list of my own blockers just because I believe it's blocking it. Versus like I could easily remove those beliefs and instead tell myself, he's like, absolutely nothing is gonna get in the way of this. Like everything always works out for me and everything always comes at the perfect timing for me.
The dope part about everything, because it gets to a point, and me and you have had enough stuff happen for it's just a full no, and it's as easy as you moving your hand and picking up whatever. That we have a catalog of events and situations that have manifested or just we've created uh, and surrendered to, and so how it all worked out to know, just like, damn, okay, I run this shit. If I move
Yeah.
this way, we cool. If I don't move this way,
Yeah.
we not cool.
Yeah.
That's dope. How you have a catalog of creations as a creator? That's
I know. And dude, we only just got started, honestly.
that's
Like this is just the beginning.
that's the most exciting part, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like once you're like really tapped into being a deliberate creator and seeing the
Yeah,
manifestations like really come to life, it's like
and it's
it's
dope.
always gonna be like that. No fucking way. It actually happens.
Oh, it's dope too, because if if everything that we wanted, we got it like right then, like
Mm.
whatever your deepest desire is, Jasmine. If you had it right now, it wouldn't mean much because the journey that you had to take to get there, you would have met three amazing people, would have went on
Yeah.
four amazing trips. Like the buffer that you need, like that buffer that's why we need the delay period.
Yeah. And what I do want to talk about So kind of like more Neville Goddard teachings,
Yeah,
but like from my
please.
own perspective, that's like been blowing my mind.
Yeah.
So Neville explains that, all right, let's say like your head, like you imagine something that you truly desire. And first of all, like the best thing to do is imagine what he calls the end state of your
Mm,
desire. So like for example, with relationships, I know a lot of people they meet someone, they're really into them, and maybe at first you're just manifesting them talking to you more, like getting a phone call or a text, or just like maybe you're just hoping you survive the talking stage, you know? But
yeah.
it's like, dude, that's so meaningless. Like, what's your end state? Isn't the end state that you really want is like a full divine relationship? Isn't it like the marriage, the kids, like living happily, growing with each other? It's like, in the grand scheme of things, what the hell is a text message or phone call going to represent? Like, what does that
Mm,
mean to you? And so it's like, when you kind of pinpoint your desires, it's like, you really got to think about it's like, wait, what do I really want this? Or it's like, what am I really reaching for? So now with every goal, I'm just going to the end state. And so even in my imaginations, um, sometimes it's fun to just like manifest like a text or a phone call too. Like, don't get me wrong, like because we always need those baby steps,
yeah.
especially to build our confidence. But so what I've been learning, take and you can take literally every single one of your desires. So I'll use mine as an example. Like I'm I'm using a specific person in my life right now, just because I'm really into them and like they're the perfect actor right now in my imagination scenes and like to fill that space of my desire. So I want to have a divine union. I can see my dream home or like elements of it, the vibe I want to have, having kids around, my dream car. And right now I really want that custom Rolex.
Come
And
on.
I want to feel like fulfilled and like really having abundance through my own purpose and really helping people. So what you those are like what like five or six or seven or eight different desires, right?
Yeah.
You can combine imagine how powerful it is. Choose, create and choose one imagination scene that combines everything you want. So
Mm,
what I imagine my end state is, and this is one of my favorite things to imagine. And you could do this like literally go let your imagination go wild. So mine is it's my kid's first birthday party. I'm sitting next to my husband. We're smiling so happy. Oh, another desire. I want to be fluent in Spanish and learn how to sing. So I'm singing happy birthday to my kid in fluent Spanish. Everyone, my friends and family are so happy. I see my dream car in the garage. I have a rollie on my wrist, and the party is in a beautiful backyard that's a garden. So it's like that one scene
damn.
implies so much. That means I'm in that divine union. That means I have a happy family. I have happy people are happy all around me. I'm in my dream home. I got the car. I got the abundance. And clearly, like if I'm living that abundantly, like I'm obviously living in my purpose and making money off of it to do so. And the so it's just it's so cool to like you don't have to imagine like or like think all of your desires have to be separate. Like combine like how would your dream life
Damn.
really look like limitlessly? And I'm sure like as my imagination expands, like I'm gonna get deeper into it. But two other things that you could go next level with is any when you're imagining that end state, maybe you just imagine you're looking at your watch or you're looking at your phone or you're looking at the calendar or something and you see today's date on it.
Mm,
Bring that end
damn.
state into the present. This isn't anything in the future. This is all happening right now. And even as I'm explaining it, like I understand the significance and how powerful that technique could be, but I don't think even I fully realize how powerful that could really be. Like really convincing my subconscious that all of this stuff that I'm imagining and really feeling to be real and like really get deep into your imagination, especially if you're a really visual person. Like, bro, like I'm smelling the birthday candles, like I'm smelling the flowers in the garden. I'm hearing my family and friends laughing and having a good time. I'm hearing the music. Like I'm feeling like the sun in the backyard and like hearing my kid laughing, you know, or like my husband's hand like on my lap or something. Like
No.
get as detailed and vivid as possible. And then know that it's happening right now.
This is next level.
Yeah. And yo, this shit gets so deep, but that's basically been my practice right now. The imagination. And then I revise anything that I feel might be a blocker to
Hmm.
that. So I've been revising my past relationships. So like, at this point, like every relationship I've had has been so fucking amazing. And like
Hmm.
me and my exes are just like on great terms. Like we agreed, we broke up amicably. There was like no heartache. Like everything went smooth as fuck. And I'm just like slowly like revising my past to transform myself into my future self.
It was this when, as you were saying this, I remember this one part in The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard, where he's talking about if you complain about your coworkers and like you scripting a different version of them, and then that presents itself in a reality, because it's so true. If you continue to
Mhm.
add negative energy to it, then it's only going to continue to be that experience. But it's like those it's
Yeah.
those intricate details like you just explained. It's like, damn.
And that's the crazy thing too, dude. Like everyone that you interact with, like you're creating and attracting that from them. Like
Yeah.
something in your vibration, like if someone's hella rude to you or is like always a bitch to you, it's like something in your vibration is attracting them to behave that way. And
Ooh.
maybe it's just you assuming that they're going to behave that way. And that's why they're doing it. And imagine just like, so in that case, like if someone's dealing with that, like I would probably revise so that like and just take a few examples in your memory that stand out the most and like just imagine that person probably going out of their way to be friendly and helpful to you. And think about that so much that like when you think about that person, now like you're remembering those good memories of them
Damn.
instead of the bad ones. And see a difference, bro. Because it's like at the core of it, it's like everyone wants to feel good.
Yeah.
And it's like if you hold that space vibrationally for someone to act the way they truly want to, like in a
Hmm.
loving and nice way, it's like you're easily going to see that come out of them.
This is beautiful.
Dude, I think, yeah. And there's so much I could talk about this too, because there's like a whole nother layer of like manifesting for other people, revising for other people, bro. Like this shit
I've
gets so deep.
let's because like I feel like the best thing you can do for people is just wish them well. Or even like,
Yeah.
because I've been in the habit, like if I see somebody, like if I, it'll be a random, I'll be like, in my head, I'll say, I hope you have a great day. Or just like
Oh,
much abundance, just like rant, because you never know. But
yeah.
let's talk about that.
So, mhm.
No, go
Revising
ahead.
for others.
Yeah.
So, part so one thing that Neville was saying, and again, like the only reason like I'm really fucking with Neville just because it's like I wouldn't be
I'm gonna have to
talking
tap
about
back
this.
into him.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like anything I talk about, like I'm not gonna talk about anything that I haven't tried and
Yeah.
practiced myself for a while. And like the fact that I'm so obsessed with this dude, like at least to me is like, dude, like his shit works, at least for me. Like I just resonate so much with it. And this stage of my life, like really feeling confident that I can create and revise the reality I really want to.
Ah.
And he was saying that like what if you're manifesting for another person or wishing them well and stuff, the key thing is always wish wish for something for another person that you wouldn't mind receiving yourself.
Hmm.
So, and that means, and I think, dude, I actually wanted to talk about this too, because I think this is where the concept of karma comes from.
Ooh, okay.
So, like, if you're wishing health on someone else, like, clearly you want that for yourself too,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And he was saying something about, like, even if that person isn't ready to receive it, you're going to receive that desire no matter what. So,
Damn.
like, really take the time to be intentional and, like, if you don't if you're wishing for someone to have something that you wouldn't like to have, don't do it
Yeah.
because it will come back to you. And I'm thinking that's where karma comes from. Like if you're wishing ill on someone, it's like, and if they're on
Yeah,
a completely different reality. Of course, they're not going to accept that like
yeah,
subconsciously. So it's like that's just going to come straight back to you.
that's wild. Cause I never got the like when people, cause even like, let's say you and a friend fell out. One person is negative, the other person is neutral. Like it just does nothing to wish ill or just be nasty. Like it does nothing. It does nothing. Instead, like, you know what? This didn't work
Yeah.
out. I wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah.
It just feels better.
Hmm. And I think like that's multi-level too, because to even reach that point, like clearly you have to forgive them for something.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna wish someone bad in the first place, it's probably because you're feeling resentful, like you hate their guts,
I hate
like
you.
you just like yeah, like you're just like wanting revenge on them somehow and like letting the universe do its work, but
Not
it's
even
never
that
gonna be that
serious.
way.
No, it's never that serious. Because even like talking about like, because like if okay guys, if you have like an estranged relationship with a parent, a sibling, family member, whatever the case may be, or maybe they're just not doing the best, whatever the case may be, just speak the version of themselves that you, oh, like Jasmine just said, you will want for yourself.
Yeah.
Damn.
And and that's where revision comes in. So it's like and I'm about to do this with my mom. I just haven't gotten to it yet because like dude, I have like a whole list of things I want to revise. But
Mm,
like, so my mom's suffering from arthritis and lupus. So I'm gonna revise, and I clearly remember very specific memories of her complaining about her pain.
mm,
So I'm gonna revise all of that, and instead of her complaining, being in pain, like she's telling me how great she fucking feels, like
damn.
how energetic and limber and flexible she feels. And I'm just gonna continue to like, and even in my imaginations, I'm gonna see her pain free, like smile on her face and just continually telling me how good she feels. And I think a difference has to be there at some point. Like, especially like when I get to the point where I believe it, because now that's going to be my new reality for her. Like,
That,
I have a mom that feels great all the time.
that's
And I know this sounds like, dude, don't these techniques sound just like not only obvious, but it's like, why haven't I done this before?
right.
Yeah, it's like, and everything is originating from our thoughts. Like, why not really put it to use?
That's
And for
so
other people too.
that's so true. Because one of my bros. I'll like if you're my friend, I'm gonna correct you if you talk in a reality I wouldn't want for you. So I'm like, no, this is what happened. And then
Yeah.
so I always do that with him. And then he finally reached his manifestation. I was like, told your ass. I'm like, she just I was trying to tell you. He's like, you were right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck? Because it's because I read I heard somewhere. Oh no, was it Kanye? No, it wasn't Kanye. Basically, that people would rather be right, as in confirming that the reality is
Mm,
what it is, versus the way you want it to be. So that ego, you need to check your ego in that moment
yeah, dude.
because it does nothing.
Yeah. I think a prime example of that is like those women that always say like, oh, like men ain't shit. So it's like
Yeah,
something
yeah,
happens and like a guy confirms that for them. It's like they'd rather be right and be like, see, men ain't shit. But it's like, don't you want men to be amazing? Don't you want
right.
men to be loving and their divine masculine, protective, supportive? It's like, why do people try so hard to like defend what they don't want? It's crazy.
That is true. That is true. Because you'll defend that shit with your whole, and it becomes like a badge of honor. Like you said, see, I told you that man ain't shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, you got like a little like you proud to be proved right. Like, no, that
Yeah.
does nothing.
Yeah. It's like who's this helping?
Right. Just all you doing is keep creating that damn reality you don't want.
Yeah.
You gonna have that ain't shit, man. and you'll be
Yeah.
complaining, and then the next one he go sweet talk you and blah blah blah.
And that's exactly the law of attraction. It's like you really do get everything you believe in.
That's mind blowing. I love this because sometimes you'll play like I'll play ignorant to it. Well, I haven't been playing ignorant recently, but before I took a god break,
Hmm.
and then I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. We need to create right now.
Yeah.
These are intricate moments.
Yeah.
These are important moments. Jasmine, I always ask this last question to
I
my
always
guests.
forget
You
about
knew
this.
it. You knew it. What would your message be to humanity during this time?
Know that you completely control your reality and literally nothing is impossible or inaccessible to you. Like the only thing holding you back for real is your own thoughts and beliefs. And if you change that, like literally the world is yours.
It could all be so simple, guys. It could all be so
Yeah.
simple. You're the creator of your reality.
Yeah, I don't know. I always forget about this question. I should
You do every
maybe
time, every
every
time.
yeah. Maybe source like purposely makes me forget. So like I just like say whatever's in my heart instead of like something prepared.
Yeah, because like if you, because you would think about the answer, but I mean, yeah, it could have been more. You never know, but the end moment, like, okay, this is what, and then
Yeah.
channeling in that moment every time. I get you every time, every time.
Yeah.
Jasmine, thank you so much for being on, guys.
Oh, thank you, Rich, and thank you, everyone.
I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did. Like, share, subscribe. Why is the spam risk number calling me? I don't accept random calls. Um, be the best version of yourself. And yeah, I'm excited to play with my reality now because this, because I have a lot of, well, that's another conversation. But love you guys.